welcome back to another video. Behind me I have my 95 325 IS. I do not have a lot of time and I need to get this car prepped for the upcoming drift event. My first time ever drifting on track. I have daily driven this E36, 75 miles a day, to and from school without problems. I think I put 7,000 miles on this car since I kind of completed it. So my expectation is that things go relatively smooth over this event, but in order to kind of reinforce that, we're gonna go ahead and bolt check the car. There's some things I need to repair, there's some things I want to change, there's a few fun things, but all in all, we generally speaking need to just go over this thing with a fine-tooth comb and sort it out before we actually go drive. I do not want to be the guy with a broken car at the event next weekend, so the goal today is to avoid getting into that situation next week. As you might be able to see here, the weather has not been all that kind to this car recently. I do park it outside because it is my daily and it's filthy, but we're not gonna worry about that today. If you've been following this build series since I started, you'd know that this wheel has 3 lug bolts as opposed to the 5 that it should have. Something I've just never gotten around to doing. Somehow, some way, the previous owner managed to blow out 2 of these, and there was one in the back, but that was something I managed to just retap. So we are going to need wheel bearings. I went ahead and picked these up. These were very, very affordable, so we'll see how they are, how long they last. I've personally never done wheel bearings before. I feel like I've just never owned a car long enough. Additionally, I will be doing front brakes on this car. I did the rears about 6 months ago, and I had ordered front and rears as a set from SCP, so it's Zimmerman rotors and 𝙢𝙠𝙚𝙀 pads. I knew I was gonna have to do the wheel bearings at some point, so I just waited to do the fronts. So now we'll just knock it all out at the same time. Alright, I do not condone what I am about to do, but it's this car. So, anyways. You see that? You see that strategy? Very good. Good news, I guess. It's not like the wheel is going to come off anytime soon. You've seen it here first. You only need 3. I'm gonna pull this caliper off and we'll just hang it up somewhere, and then we'll get the actual rotor off. This is Super C, so I'm glad we're actually doing this anyways. Alright, I've got to get into the habit of not using my only decent ratchet here as a breaker bar, so we're just gonna see how the Quinn holds up. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Alright, well, PB Blaster is a great penetrant and it works really, really well. Unfortunately, mine is not spraying. We're gonna see what we can do here, but this thing looks like it's gonna either round out or break because it's already rounded out. Now, theoretically, these are not that tight in there, but this one, I don't know. Yep, not what I expected. Hopefully I can find those brakes because I might need to do them at this point. Anyways, now why we're here. I'm gonna try and be somewhat gentle with the dust cap because I would like to save these. I don't have new ones. We're gonna have to go pretty small actually. Alright, now this guy came off. There's the nut for the wheel bearing. Really quickly make sure. Oh, thank God that fits. Alright, shout out Sebastian for letting me borrow this guy. Going for the nut here. That thing just popped right off. Unfortunately, inner race is stuck right there. Well, this will probably surprise nobody, but I think I'm gonna just do this one. I am not excited about what is happening right now. Anyways, it's time to put the new one on. And hopefully, my God, hopefully it goes smoother than taking it off, which normally is not the case. It had like a few little burrs on it from me attempting to remove this. However, look at that. I don't even know how that came off. How I'm gonna get the new one on? No idea. All right, so we got the hub on. A huge amount of smacks with the mallet. So just putting the 46 mil over top. This is before you put on the actual nut. And they say to lightly tap it on, but that's not what I did. It's on there, and now we need to torque this to like 220 foot-pounds. Oh, something light, quick 220 foot-pounds to the fucking nut. All right, this is quite possibly an issue that only myself would run into somehow, some way. Brand new icon socket stuck on the jaws or whatever, both Harbor Freight garbage at this point.
Okay, I have another idea.
Dude, how? Bruh. That's crazy. Dude, this vise blows.
This vise blows, dude.
We need a vise.
Guys, please sponsor the shop.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to E36 Tyler so you can buy a vise.
I don't even care if it's from Temu. It just gotta be better than theirs. Because this isn't even ours.
Temu vise is insane, bro.
All right. I take back what I just said. He just got it off somehow, some way. Oh, no. First test with the icon sockets. I don't know what the hell.
I mean, your sockets should be good, I think.
All right.
I would use it again.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh, of course, now it doesn't want to. Come on, man.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and slap these Zimmerman rotors and pads in. Actually, these are Exono pads, and I do have the new sensor, which is great. So I will quickly assemble this side, and then we will determine what's gonna be done on the other side. All right, so far, this method has worked much better. Sebastian had a good idea and applied some heat, so we went, instead of doing the fuck around that I did on the other side, immediately went to heat and vice grips, and just with the vice grips alone, I guess enough clamping force was able to pull it. So hopefully we can get it this way, otherwise I'll just use the puller. But this was 2 minutes opposed to fucking 4 hours of me fucking around, basically. I almost lit my car on fire, low key.
Dude, I wish you got
low key,
that.
it did. I feel like it almost caught on fire.
That ABS sensor is gone. Oh no, it's gone. There you go. There you go. Let's go.
Dude, that was literally
Too
2
easy,
minutes.
bro. I'm telling you, heat.
This
bro.
fucking A, bro. I should have used the torch.
Should have used the torch for the
I
first
didn't
one,
heat
dude.
it up long enough. Fuck me, man. Look at how fast that was. Okay, I changed my mind. We can go back to wheel bearings for 2 hours of wheel bearing is what I'd charge. Alright, so pit bike is, I don't know. The plastics didn't show up for it, so it's just gonna look kind of ghetto. There's a new seat though. Sweet. The car is essentially ready to pass tech, I would say. It's almost there. I swapped out the Island exhaust. I like this, but if I, for some reason, put my car into a wall, this is one less thing that I have to replace later. So
valid though, for some reason.
but the exhaust was from a parts car, and it has a much deeper tone, so excited about that. And basically just need to get the set screws for the rotors. Once those are in, we can bleed the brakes, or we could bleed the brakes today, but it's pretty much ready. This is the fastest swap, honestly. this was out last, what was that, last Monday we did the poll?
Yeah.
I'll put a photo up now. We pulled the engine on Monday night. Only took like 2 hours. We got the engine out and he's already ready to put this. How many miles are on this? 72,000?
72, but I went over everything and it looks pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
It's got a couple of things more to do, like install
really
the
clean.
oil pan, do the oil filter housing, put on the pulleys and stuff, and then basically what's underneath that table has to go in here.
And this engine is going in tomorrow. All right, so we have a super sweet tie down because we have to pass tech courtesy of Ethan. So super good. This thing is as good as it gets.
Get that off there.
Because anything from Amazon or the internet wouldn't have been as good, and I don't know shit. So huge shout out, thank you. Where can they? Who should they hit up for fab?
𝙨𝙪𝙧𝙚 on Instagram.
Okay, sweet. And you're
All
local to Santa Rosa.
Local Santa Rosa, Windsor, Healdsburg, North Bay area. That
Sweet. You do pretty much
custom
everything.
fab, repairs, anything metalwork.
Okay, so not limited to just automotive.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, check that out. They shouldn't have any problem with tech. So at this point, the car is ready to go. So sweet. Thank you so much.
Got you, bro.
All right. As you can see, we got Sebastian, the new N55. All right. So we're gonna get this thing going. I'm gonna set a timer. AC system still completely intact. Didn't have to do anything about that. He just unbolted the compressor. So we have to kind of finesse this thing in here, but I think we got it. Focus. I'm gonna start it now. We're making good progress here. I'd say we got past kind of the hardest part, getting past all of this harness stuff, not wanting to crush any of that, and retaining the whole air conditioning system, leaving it in here. It's kind of hard to clear, but you can see we added, because we don't have a load leveler with the strap, we added a third hoist point to kind of get the engine sitting a little bit more level, because what was happening is sitting in here at kind of a harsh angle, and everything that sits below was gonna make contact with the subframe before we could get the entire engine low enough to kind of shoot it into the bell housing like this. So that's what we're gonna work on now, because the transmission is dipped down a little bit. So we'll get that level in order to kind of push this back. But I would say the hardest part is complete, because we're clear over there. We're somewhat clear everywhere else. I don't see any interference besides the rear, where we actually need to, you know, get this thing farther back in there. But it is sitting, we just need to get it to mount up now. We're close. An hour and 6 minutes from getting it onto the actual hoist to sitting on the subframe. It is not fully bolted up, but now it's just time to mate the engine to the trans and actually line things up so we can get it bolted down. And then it's just time to put it back together. But really, he's got this thing pretty much fully dressed, so there's not too much to do.
Remember how I said I was fucking taking a leak and watching the YouTube video? Bro drops his phone in the piss.
Dude.
Nice.
Aw. Alright, you could do a Fortnite move. No, I'm just kidding.